GoHighLevel does everything, and that's why it's so overwhelming. I know how you're feeling. I started off the same exact way as you, looking at the software thinking, what the hell am I even going to be pressing? Like, I'm not even sure what to even do because of how many buttons there are. It's overwhelming. It probably is the most overwhelming and confusing piece of software I've ever touched in my life. The UI isn't beautiful. It's not like an Apple product where you just pick up your iPhone and send a text message. It takes time to learn this software, but honestly, that's a good thing, because if it was really simple to learn GoHighLevel, everybody and their mother would have that GoHighLevel SaaS that they're selling to local businesses near you. But the fact that it's so complex and so hard to learn means that if you just lock in for a couple of weeks and actually master this software, then you can achieve great heights, because there isn't much people doing the same exact thing near you. So the fact that it's hard to learn is a good thing. Eventually, that's not going to be the case. So if you're watching this video now in 2025, you're probably in a really good position to learn. What you're looking at here is the agency view of GoHighLevel. I'm going to give you a small piece of advice. If you're just starting off using this software, just totally ignore the agency side of it, at least for right now. Okay, this is just like, all of these things are not really too important to just start learning on your first day. You don't even really need to touch this stuff until you start to actually have paying clients under you and stuff like that. Same thing goes for the settings over here. You're probably not going to even need to look at this when it comes to learning GoHighLevel, and it will just confuse you. So what I would do is, first and foremost, make a sub account. Go to sub accounts right here, press create sub account, and just make a sub account with no snapshot. Press right here where it says blank snapshot, select and continue, and then just type in any business, choose any name. It could be totally fake. Just press add manually and just put whatever you want in here. Put your real name or whatever like that, and press add sub account. Once you do that, you're gonna go over here to click here to switch and choose your sub account that you just made. So press that. I have to blur all of these. Press I am Lucid. That's the one that I'm using today. And this is where GoHighLevel actually is. Like, this is what you have to actually practice, okay? There are so many things that this piece of software does, and I feel like once you actually start using it, it'll just click in your head like, oh my God, I can sell that to local businesses near me because I'm really proficient in this sort of niche or this sort of field. Like, if you're really into the restaurant business or into the gym business or any of these like niches, then you can just look at this software, learn it, and it's gonna click within the next like 30 minutes if you actually just watch this video. So first and foremost, dashboard. Don't worry about it, okay? Next thing is the Conversations tab. The Conversations tab is actually pretty important. This is where like everything goes down right here. This is the whole all-in-one hub for all of your communications of every single field. SMS, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, DMs, emails, everything lives right here. And that by itself, by the way, just like a unified inbox, you can just sell to somebody just based off of like having a unified inbox for a business. So many business owners have an Instagram login, a Facebook login, a WhatsApp account, a phone number that they answer text or calls off of. And then when they have employees, they have to share WhatsApp passwords and Instagram passwords and stuff like that. This just brings it into one central place, and you can make logins for your employees. So 5 seconds into GoHighLevel, you already have a lucrative item that you can sell to somebody. This is where all of your messages are going to be living. Even calls are going to show up over here. You have unread, recent, where you can like star a message if it's important. You just press mark as starred, and then you have all of your messages over there. Hopefully everything is blurred. And here you can just text people, you can respond to people, you have your phone numbers here, that these are all the numbers, and you can just basically do all of your communications from this panel. You can dive a lot deeper into all this stuff, but I think right now that should be pretty simple to understand, right? Next is calendars. So this is a really robust calendar system. It can probably do anything that you can visualize a calendar doing, and then have automations and follow-ups all built on top of this calendar system. So just for instance, you can have it book appointments, you can have it sync to your personal Google or Outlook calendar, you can have it set so that when somebody books an appointment with you on GoHighLevel, then it blocks out that time in your personal and vice versa. You can have it set when someone books a time, it sends them a text message 1 hour before so they can not miss the meeting, or sends them an email. You can have so many automations built off of these calendars that a lot of local businesses would love to use this. You can even have it set so that you can choose which person you want to get your haircut with, for instance, or you can choose which type of item you want to book from the calendar. Like if I want to book a facial instead of a back massage, you can press on facial, press on the person that you want to get it done with, and then go through a certain time that works with their specific schedule. So this is a fully robust system where you can have different time slots, time windows, working hours, all of your employees, sync them into one calendar system, and then basically build off of there. It's so robust actually that this might even need an entire video of its own, like a lot of the features of GoHighLevel. So don't get too overwhelmed by this just yet. Just know that this is probably the best calendar system that exists. What I would say when it comes to any of these features that I'm showing you now is I'm not going to sit there and tell you what every single button does and bore you with like a 2-hour long video. I'm just going to explain the general gist of what it does, and then you can kind of like tinker with it on your own or talk to their support to get more in-depth help. But this is just going to give you a general idea of where to look to make the solution that you want to sell to a local business. It saves you a lot of time. Next is the contacts. Same exact concept goes over here. you just have your contacts. And then you can like filter by basically anything and everything. There's so many customizable options in this. You can add them to certain automations. You can send them emails. You can send text messages to everyone that you highlight. There's so many things that you can do here, but we'll talk about all of that later on. Everything basically ties into each other on GoHighLevel. So your contacts and your calendars will sync up to your workflows, and they all kind of work together. So when you learn this software, just learn it little by little and it'll all start making sense, like at the same exact time. Next, we have opportunities. This is just like a basic CRM flow. A CRM is a customer relationship management piece of software where basically you have like a funnel, like a flow. Stage 1, 2, 3, like new lead, warm lead responded to our text message, follow up, booked an appointment, and lead closed. The whole sales process between you entering the funnel and being a closed lead lives right here basically. So this is just a super simple explanation. I have it set when you text 313-888-8101, you will fall under this right here, under first text. And then when you press on the link that says, hey, I have to add you to my contacts, then it will add you to the opted in flow. This is where I can just easily view the different people and different phone numbers as like a quick way to visualize it. That's just what it does. Don't worry about mastering this. Like I said, you just go to pipelines, you create a new pipeline, and then you can kind of just make this however you want. So new lead, and then you go to hot lead, and then booked an appointment, interested in purchasing, something like that. So that's basically what the opportunities panel does. Going to payments next. So this payment software is really cool. It basically replaces DocuSign and some other payment features where you can send invoices, reoccurring invoices, make templates, estimates if you're in that sort of like construction company kind of thing. And then you can also make documents and contracts. So you can literally make like an NDA or like a business agreement that you can just quickly send to somebody on the fly. They can sign it. There's like a signature panel, and you can do all of those things immediately from GoHighLevel. So if you're paying for any other subscriptions like DocuSign, go ahead and cancel all of those and just let GoHighLevel do everything for you basically. What's also pretty cool is that you can just plug right into their payment processor. So if they're using Square for their business, you can just kind of log in and you got that synced up. I don't want to bore you by going over these just one by one. I'm just going to jump to the coolest feature that GoHighLevel offers and probably the most lucrative that they have. Go to your settings and look at the conversational AI and the AI agent. These are just way too freaking powerful. First is the conversational AI bot. This basically is a bot that you teach everything about a specific business and it responds to people. It's like talking to ChatGPT, but built into a company, whether that's Instagram DMs, Facebook DMs. You can have it set to SMS. You can have it set to a live chat widget on their website. There's so many things that this could plug into, as you see over even WhatsApp. And then this would literally answer all the questions by itself, considering it's on autopilot mode. You just teach it everything about the business so that it knows how to respond. You can also upload, this is actually pretty sick. Like, look at this, https://iamlucid.com. You press get data, and then it's gonna crawl my website, iamlucid.com, and learn everything about it. It's gonna crawl every single web page, look at what I'm selling, my membership tiers, all of the above, and then learn what my website is. And if anybody asks questions about my site, this AI bot will know how to answer it automatically. It's so freaking cool, and this does it all for you. So it's training itself on these pages. It took no coding experience, no skill whatsoever, and I literally just built myself an AI chatbot. That's really smart. That's it. It crawled it, and then you can look over here and see all of these pages that it's actually trained on. So it's looking at my privacy policy, my terms of service, my YouTube channel. It's even looking at, you can see all of these sites that it's learning from. And then to make it more advanced, you would actually give the bot a purpose and a personality and a name and all of that good stuff, like this. You are I Am Lucid, known as Lucid. Your real life name is Alex. You're a YouTuber with nearly 1 million subscribers. Don't reveal that you're an AI. Respond as if you're the real Lucid. Always keep your interactions short, direct, and purposeful. So basically you have a information, intent, and a personality stage of this bot that you can train with and make it exactly as you want to be. You can make it super chill, relaxed. You can make it super enthusiastic and excited. You can do all of those things and customize it as deep as you want. I would say play with this earlier on so that you can realize how powerful this software actually is. These are really good too, so that the bot doesn't keep on talking too much, and you can kind of play with all of these on your own time. It can also, actually, I forgot to mention, it can literally book appointments for you. You can have an appointment setting bot that when someone texts saying, hey, I'm looking for a haircut at 4 p.m. tomorrow, this bot will link up with the calendar that you just made. Like I was saying, it links up with the calendar. It says, sure, we have an opening at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. Does that work for you? Sure, sounds good. And then it links them up to your calendar, all just by texting. Your clients don't have to even download an application or go to a website. They can just text your number saying, hey, how's your schedule tomorrow at 3? Oh, 3 p.m. is open. We can take you then, or 3:30 is better for us. And the bot does all of that for you automatically. It's just so freaking cool. And it gets even more complex. I don't want to kind of like trip you out right now, but after it books an appointment, you can make another AI bot that it transfers to. It's like basically, I'll pass you over to my colleague now that your appointment is booked. And then you train that bot to be a whole different person. It's like having a team of AI workers all day long that it's dirt cheap also. I think it's like 2 cents per interaction or something. There's a small fee. Yeah, 2 cents per response. So it's really, really inexpensive. And they also offer like a monthly plan to get unlimited AI bot interactions. So that's a really good thing to sell to local businesses. The next, which is probably even better at this moment, is the voice AI agent. So I built one out just to kind of have fun with, to show you exactly how it works. But some people literally spend hours or even days making this a fully fledged human being with a brain that takes orders, that does everything that you can possibly think of. So this AI agent is a human-like AI that responds to phone calls, picks up the phone and answers questions while your business is closed or while you're not at work or whatever it is. It's basically like your personal AI voice assistant for a company. And you can easily just master this part of the software, which is actually really easy to learn. You just gotta play with all these buttons and words and prompts and over here. But you can easily make this a $300 per month offering. Or even more, honestly, if you can prompt it to be as robust as possible. This, I mean, think about it. Let's just stop talking about it. Let's just actually have you hear what it's like when I call this number.
Hey there, I'm Lucy, your friendly customer support specialist. How can I assist you today?
Hey Lucy, I was wondering, what's I Am Lucid's real name?
Lucid prefers to keep some personal details private, including his real name. He's all about sharing thought-provoking content while maintaining a bit of mystery. Anything else you're curious about?
Yeah, actually, can you send me his Discord server link? I was interested in signing up for a Discord account.
Let me send you the link to Lucid's Discord. I've got you covered. Here's the link to Lucid's Discord server.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering, what are you built on?
I'll send you Lucid's link for GoHighLevel in case you want to learn more about it. I'm an AI built on GoHighLevel. It's a super cool all-in-one marketing platform that Lucid uses and teaches. If you're curious about it, here's a link to check it out. GoHighLevel.
So you could see how beneficial this would be for a local business that's thinking, okay, I own this company, I have to pay somebody $15 an hour just to pick up the phone and answer calls and answer questions, whereas I can just have this AI do it for me for $300 a month, sign me up. It's literally a no-brainer. So if you can prompt this thing properly, some people even prompted it to take orders at a pizza place, like legit A to Z. It takes your order, processes it, puts it in their point of sale system, and does all of this from start to finish. Although that's a really hard thing to set up. You have to work with a lot of different webhooks and APIs and have an actual person link the two systems together for you, but it's doable. So if you can think about it and you put enough time into it, this could be an agent that you just sell over and over and over again to local businesses, and they will see no issue in paying $300 a month if you can prompt it right. And just as a quick side note, if you haven't yet signed up to GoHighLevel or you want to upgrade to a higher plan, if you use my link down below, you will get access to my Discord server where I personally teach you how to use this software, answer your questions, and we get into live group calls where I teach you anything that you need to know when it comes to GoHighLevel. So if you think that I could benefit you, press the link below and I'd love to see you there. Next is the marketing tab, and this one's actually so cool because you can post on one place, that's your GoHighLevel account, and it sends that post out to all of your social media platforms all at once. So just to give you an example, not only does it just post them for you, and like you kind of just, okay, choose your captions and hashtags and all that stuff, but you can post across all these platforms and schedule a time to post. You can schedule a recurring post, and the best feature that they offer yet, I don't know why nobody else is doing this, there's a send posts for approval. This is if you have a content creation team of like 5 guys under you, they're uploading, and then you have to approve it before it goes live, which is what a lot of businesses and companies do. That usually the owner of the restaurant overlooks all the videos before they go out. So that's all he does. He just watches the video, gives the approval or gives the thumbs down, and then it either goes out or it doesn't. This having it built in like that is so useful. Like this saves so much time and no need for all those group chats and all that stuff. Like this is just so freaking good. Next is the email marketing side of things. And I'll be honest, I usually don't do email marketing myself, mostly just SMS, but this is really cool because you can just build out a full email template you can send to people over and over after they make their purchase, after it's been 6 months and they haven't came back for a visit. You can do all of these things and have automations built on them all right inside of GoHighLevel. Everything from building to sending to automating when to send, all of these things are right here for you to just try and play with and do all that stuff. You also have stuff like snippets, which is self-explanatory, a countdown timer where you can literally make a timer that you put in your emails and then it's counting down in real time. It's actually pretty cool for like urgency or like a flash sale, for instance. You can use all that stuff, build it right into HighLevel. And then trigger links, I freaking love trigger links. These things are so cool because the way that I have it set is that when you text my phone number, and try it out for yourself if you want to see how this actually works, but 313-888-8101. If you text my HighLevel number, then it will text you back saying, hey, it's almost Lucid. To contact me, I have to first add you to my contacts. To do so, press this link. And that link is unique for every single person. And it actually takes you to this site right here. And when you press the link, then I have it set, this person pressed on the link, and I can put you basically in like a pipeline stage. I can do a bunch of automations off of that. Or Or if you don't press the link, like for instance, hey, please leave us a review on Google. Here's the link. And then I wait 3 days. If you don't press that link in 3 days, I can nudge you again and say, hey, I'm just double checking. Were you able to press the link and leave us a 5-star review on Google? You can do all of these automations built right into GoHighLevel from trigger links. Like, it gets so freaking amazing on the stuff that you can build out, and it makes your tracking a lot easier. So Affiliate Manager is a whole video of its own, but just to kind of give you a gist of what it does, if you sell products or services or subscriptions, for instance, for your own GoHighLevel SaaS software, if you're selling subscriptions to local gyms or to local restaurants, and you charge $500 a month, for instance, you can have a sales rep and then give him his own unique code. And anytime he sells something for you, whether it's like $500 a month, he can get 10% of that as commission, or 50%. You can customize that for as long as you want. So he can get 10% for 7 months after making a sale. And that's a huge incentive for a sales rep to go out there and actually make some sales for you. So that's what an affiliate manager does. There's a lot of options that you can choose here. It gets pretty complex to actually make this happen. I can make a video on it at a later time, but it's really cool that you have all these features just given to you from GoHighLevel. Then you have brand boards and content AI. I don't really use these too often, but basically GPT built into your GoHighLevel for writing stuff, for building websites, for all that stuff. And then brand boards are just like a color palette that you can press on to get colors that you use for your logo or company. But going forward, next is the automation. This is single-handedly the most important part of GoHighLevel. If you really know how to use this part of GoHighLevel, which takes the longest to learn, then you can really build out unique and custom solutions for any niche that you're selling to. And then you can just basically charge them month after month for a one-time solution that you built out. Okay, I'll give you like a really simple overview of this so I don't lose you here, okay? This is called a workflow. What I'm doing here is just building a workflow. Just to make one really, really simple, I'm not gonna look at any of these, I'm gonna just start from scratch, okay? Super, super simple. This, I'm gonna have to make a full like 1 hour long video explaining how in-depth this gets. So just to make this really simple so you at least get an idea of what a workflow is, for instance, birthday reminder before 1 day. So go to 1 and save. Now, when I have the birthday set for a contact, and the contact field, you can put someone's birthday, for instance, and then 1 day before their birthday, they're going to enter this workflow. Then I'm going to text them saying, hey, contact first name, happy early birthday. Save action. That's it. I just made the most simple workflow ever. Before your birthday, by 1 day, I'll text you saying, hey, happy early birthday, and then press save, and then done. You have to just make sure that you also press publish too, because that'd be pretty bad if you didn't. So this is like a level 2 medium difficulty workflow. So basically they text me anything, and then I respond immediately saying, hey, it's almost lucid. You have to first add yourself to my contacts, press this link. It's a trigger link like I was talking about earlier, right? So when they press on the trigger link, then all done. They leave the workflow and the workflow's over. But if they don't press on that trigger link, I wait 3 hours, and then if it times out and they haven't pressed on the trigger link, then I send them a text message saying, hey, don't worry, bro, it's not an IP address grabbing link. So I'm just following back up with them because they haven't made an action. So you can get really complex with this. One of the craziest workflows I've ever built. I'll just show you a little sneak peek, but please don't throw up. This took me quite some time to build out. I think this is like my 2nd month using GoHighLevel. I was already building out stuff like this. I promise you, once you actually try using workflows and you watch my full in-depth guide on that later on, you're gonna fully know how to make this, and this is gonna look like nothing to you. Like right now I look at this and it's like, it's basic. But at one point, this would have made me literally start spinning in circles. So yeah, you can do a lot with this. You can save business owners a lot of time when it comes to making workflows for them, because if they're taking manual actions every single day, which, you know, costs them 1 to 3 hours a day, if you can automate that for them entirely, that would save them time and they'll pay you for it a lot of money. If you can buy back a business owner 30 hours a week or 20 hours a week, that's worth a lot of their time and worth a lot of their money. So that's what a workflow does basically. It automates and it saves time. And that's why I love it so much. And like I was saying earlier, every part of GoHighLevel kind of ties into each other. So for instance, if someone books an appointment and their appointment status is set to confirmed, then you can text them saying, hey, we just confirmed your appointment. And then you can text them an hour before their appointment, and then you can take follow-up actions based off of that. So everything ties into each other because it's all in one solution. Normally, to make this happen without GoHighLevel, you probably have to buy like Twilio software, and then buy Calendly, and then buy that software, and then use the API and connect this one to that one. And it'd be so hard to actually make this happen. GoHighLevel, just because it's all right there for you, it's so easy to integrate with each other, which is what makes it so useful. So next is the sites panel. And some people actually just live right off of this site panel. You can literally build funnels that you can use to like make sales and convert sales, or you can build straight websites. Like this is a full robust website builder. It's entirely free, costs you $0 per month, which means that you can charge your clients anything, like literally $1 to $200 per month. And if you build them a really clean site on this and you actually learn how this works, then you can just build sites or make templates and sell those over and over again. HighLevel gives you over 1,000 templates. A lot of them aren't that great, but some are pretty clean. Like this one's not that bad. And then you can kind of just customize this for a local business, sell it for 45 bucks a month or 100 bucks a month, and you're good to go. So just to give you an example of what this website builder looks like, you have all of these elements that you can literally just drag and drop with no coding experience needed. And then you can add this stuff right to your site. So like social media icons, you can just drop them right in there. What else can we add? There's so many things. You can put a video right on your site. You can put a blog post, photo gallery, frequently asked questions. Like you can just drag and drop all these things and then just customize them once they're there. It takes pretty much zero programming knowledge at all to build sites on GoHighLevel. And like I was mentioning earlier, how everything is interconnected, the conversation AI bot that you built, you can just drag and drop that as a chat widget, which is totally free to make, by the way, on HighLevel, right onto your website. So that now you can sell somebody a website with a smart AI chat bot that responds to questions for them. And then you see how like it's so lucrative, bro. You can sell so many things just based off of HighLevel and what it offers to you. Personally, I don't build websites. I just outsource all of that work to somebody else. It normally costs between $100 to $300 per website or per funnel for your client. And then you can go ahead and sell that to your client for 60 bucks a month or 100 bucks a month. And once you make that one-time payment, you're just basically collecting every month after that. So it saves a lot of time. I really recommend outsourcing a lot of the work, like building websites and those tedious things. But when it comes to like workflows and calendars, you have to learn that. So don't outsource everything for HighLevel. You have to be knowledgeable in the software, at least at a very basic level. So when you're trying to sell this software to local clients and to local businesses, you at least know what you're talking about. Don't fall into the trap of just taking somebody else's snapshot and selling it because you have no clue what you're doing, and the business owner is going to see that and know that you're not knowledgeable of what you're talking about. So learn the software, outsource the tedious parts, if that makes sense. And even for the funnels, there's a new feature called Funnel AI. It's actually pretty cool. You can create a website all by using a prompt from artificial intelligence. I'll show you kind of how it works right now. Let's see. The company name is Lucid Construction. They're a construction company. Press next. I'm looking for a funnel for my construction company business to generate more leads, or let's say showcase your services. The content should feel professional. Generate. Done. That's all you got to do. And the site isn't going to look amazing, but it'll at least get you up and running when you first get started. And this is the website. Honestly, it's not too bad. It just made all of this literally in like 35 seconds, testimonials, all of that. It's actually not bad at all. You can build off of this and really build a very basic site, or at least get like a template that you want for any field of any company that you want. You can change all these images out in like 5 seconds. So it's really not bad. Lucid Construction, they even put like an eye on a building, and they also got like a cool looking brand. It's actually pretty sick. You also have stores where you can sell clothing and merch and stuff like that. You can do webinars, either pre-recorded or live. You have your analytics for all of these things, and then blogs, a WordPress site, which is actually so cool because it only costs $10 per month if you buy WordPress through GoHighLevel, and then you can just sell to your client for a lot more complex website jobs. Personally, that's what I do. If any of my clients need a site, I build it on WordPress, or at least outsource it on WordPress. I pay between $300 to $700 to build the site for them one time, and then I either charge them every month $150, or I charge them a big one-time fee of like $4,000 to $6,000. So the profit margins on that are really high, but to be fair, you're putting in a lot of work teaching somebody exactly how to build the site and going back and forth with them for weeks on end, which is what makes it worth it for you to build the site out and then kind of sell it to your clients. There's a client portal. So if you have any affiliates that are working under you as like a sales rep for your SaaS software, they can log into the portal URL, you can make them an account, and they can see data on there. Or if you're selling courses or memberships or communities, all of that stuff would be right in your client portal. Personally, I don't really use this too often at all, but it's a cool feature to have. Next is forms. This is also super customizable. Just like websites, just like calendars, just like all of the above. Forms is just like Google Forms, but it plugs directly into GoHighLevel and is way more customizable, and you can use your own custom link. So this is useful for companies that want people to sign up for their like waiting list, or they want to sign up for their text messaging list. A lot of companies need forms. You can set automations that take place after the form is done. So if you were to text my public phone number, you would get a link with this form right here. And I actually outsourced somebody to build this whole thing out and design it all for me, but it's pretty cool. You can have it do everything. You can have it even collect somebody's address if you're shipping stuff to their house or sending them like a t-shirt for signing up, for instance. They can search their address and it auto-populates with like their real house address. You can set city, state, birthdays, websites, terms and conditions, check boxes. All of that stuff is right here, and you can just have that all built into your forms. Then you can take actions based off of that. So if somebody fills out your form, you can build a full GoHighLevel workflow that if you fill out this form and your first name is Alex, then it will text you saying, hey, you have the same name as me. You can do basically anything when it comes to this. You can even have just to kind of like throw a crazy curveball at you. You could have ChatGPT read the contents of your form, and if it looks like the person put a fake name, then you can drop their submission. Or if it looks like the person is over a specific age range, then you can send them a certain text message saying, hey, you're over 65 years old, you qualify for this or that. Or if you're under 13, like, sorry, we have to drop you from the form submission. You can customize this in all types of ways, even adding file uploads or basically anything. It's a lot of stuff that you can do with the forms. I usually put CAPTCHA on mine, at least towards the end of it. There's also conditional logic in this, which is something that Google Forms does not have at all. This allows you to do so many things built into your form. For instance, if the person's phone number starts with this area code 313, then we'll disqualify them from the lead or add them to a specific group or do any of these things. So all of this stuff is so in depth. You just have to find exactly what solution you're trying to solve for a business. And then once you master the software, you can just think right away like, oh, I can make that for you one time and then sell it to you for 75 bucks a month or 200 bucks a month. And it's over and over again. You have surveys, you also have quizzes. All these are fully customizable, of course. And then you have a chat widget. This is like a no-brainer. Use this every single time that you build a site. Put a chat widget on there. It takes you like 10-15 minutes and you can charge a lot more just for this one feature. They actually just made this brand new where it says all-in-one chat. This just came out, I think, this morning, by the way. GoHighLevel is consistently updating their product every like 48 hours. If you just blink, a brand new feature just comes out and you're like, wow, that's so useful. For instance, this one just came out where you can integrate WhatsApp, live, email, SMS into one chat widget, or you can just have like WhatsApp, or you can have a live chat where they're talking to a conversational AI bot the entire time, or even an employee if you can staff somebody 24/7. And then you have an SMS chat. This is what I personally do. This basically makes it so that it collects the visitor's first name, last name, email, and phone number, and then you can set a custom workflow in the workflow settings that says, hey, I saw you just applied for our website on iamlucid.com. How could we help? And it texts them automatically. And then once they respond, it notifies your phone. So you can build all these things out. I usually go for this one just to make it as accurate as possible, but every client and every niche is going to be a little bit different. And then you have QR codes. So for instance, if you scan this QR code, it'll be my GoHighLevel link that if you sign up under, you will get access to my private Discord server and me to guide you every step of the way, which you definitely should probably scan and try out for yourself, or link in the description down below. But basically this, you can make anything, put any logo you want, you can design it however you want, and put it on the front desk of a business to leave them a 5-star Google review, for instance. Next is the memberships. And this I never actually used before. Basically, you can sell courses, communities, and do all that stuff that Patreon or school.com does. You can do that right inside of GoHighLevel. It looks like it's a newer feature that came out, I think, at the start of this year. For the media storage, this is where all of your files and images and videos live for your high-level account. So whether it's building a website, you need like your images and fonts and all that stuff you add for your website library, that would all show up right here. But what I actually realized is that I don't think there's even like a limit on how much you can upload. I think it's unlimited storage with your GoHighLevel subscription. Don't quote me on it. I'm not 100% sure. But if I'm not mistaken, I think the biggest file size is 5 gigs per file. And then you can just keep uploading as much as you want. So for a lot of you, if you're paying for Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive, you can just cancel that and use this for free. The reputation tab is so useful. You can literally have ChatGPT reply to your Google reviews automatically. I'll show you how to do it. You just go to reputation, and just one example is I got one of my clients 53 5-star Google reviews in just 1 month. So there's a lot you can do with this. Let's go to request, or let's go to reviews over here. I have to blur all of this out basically, but just to kind of show you what it looks like, you press AI reply, and then it writes an entire reply to this person's Google or Facebook review automatically. You can even have it set so that it doesn't even require you to go in there and press the button. Automatically, it's on auto response. So every time someone leaves a 4-star or a 5-star review, our system waits 5 minutes and then sends them a custom response on Google's review page, all by itself without having to do any extra work. This is built right into GoHighLevel. You can charge money just for this feature alone, and honestly, people love it. Next is the app marketplace. I have this turned off personally for all of my sub accounts because it kind of confuses your clients unless you kind of want them to have to go through and learn the GoHighLevel scene and all that stuff. I just have it turned off so they don't have to even think about it or look at it. But this really does connect a lot of applications to GoHighLevel. People build these out. Some are free and some are paid. Next is the mobile app. So I personally pay GoHighLevel $500 or almost $500 per month to have my own application. That's basically their app, but with my logo and colors and fonts and all that stuff on there. I'd only recommend doing this after you have a lot of high paying clients and you want to have a really strong brand so that you're on the App Store, the Google Play Store and all that good stuff. For the time being, use either GoHighLevel application or the Lead Connector application, which is the same exact thing, but it's like gray label, so it's not associated to GoHighLevel. Next, we're going into settings. The first three I'll skip. The fourth is My Staff. This is just making logins for accounts under your sub account. So if you have employees that work the front desk, you make them their own login. You can choose if they're an admin or a user, if they can see all data or only data that's assigned to them. There's so many customizations there, so I don't want to bore you with that in this video, probably for a later video. For instance, what I use this a lot for is if I'm building a website for a certain sub account or a certain client, I'll just hire somebody to build the site for me. I'll make them their own staff login where they can customize all the websites and funnels and all of that. And then once they're finished, I just delete their login and I have the site. So that's basically how I use it to keep it safe and secure. So here we're at the phone numbers tab. You can buy phone numbers in basically any area code, any state that you want. You can even have 1-800 phone numbers if you want to go through all of that. And then you can filter it down and just buy each number that you want. Only costs $1.15 per month per phone number. So it's really, really cost effective. The complicated part is going to be getting A2P verified. I'll explain that in an entirely different video. Because of some really, really strict laws, businesses must submit an A2P application before they're able to send text messages to anybody else. This is like super important. I'll make a video on how to get approved almost every single time, but you're gonna have to do this for your clients. So you're gonna have to eventually learn how to make this stuff all work, just not right now. So don't get too worried about it. Custom fields are just a custom field under a contact. So if you normally collect their first name, last name, and number, but you want to collect a custom thing like the type of dog breed that they have, or their favorite color, or how much money they made in the last year, for instance, you can just add that field right here. Either it's a phone number, it's monetary, like it's a dollar amount, a text line, if it's a summary, you just add this to the contact field. And then whenever you're making your contacts, you can just always, fill in this person loves the color blue, for instance, whatever you have to use that for. Custom values are basically a custom, think of it like a box, and then you put a name in the box or a link or something like that, and then every time you call to this box, whatever is in it just gets called. To make it more simple, in my workflows, if I say, hey Alex, this is custom values front desk employee name, it will automatically say the word Lucy every single time because that's what I have it set to. So you can build out all of these custom automations, and then when you copy and paste it for new businesses, for instance, all they have to do is just change the front desk employee name, and then the workflows work just as normal. You see what I'm saying there? Instead of going through your workflows and changing every single time you use the word Lucy and making sure that you just put this custom value and it changes all at one time when you change it right here. For the integrations tab, that's where you basically link up your Instagram, Facebook, Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, all of these things to even like your Shopify or your LinkedIn or your Slack. All these things plug right into GoHighLevel and they're really easy to set up. What you primarily want to use it for is your locations Google account, meaning that if your Google business profile is linked to this account, you'll just have your client log in here so that you can have our reputation AI respond to Google reviews for you, for instance, right? So all these different accounts plug right into this integrations tab. If you're doing Facebook and TikTok ads, the forms that you have there plug right into GoHighLevel from these fields as well. So it's really simple to use. A tag is like a sticker, but in real life. So whenever somebody, for instance, purchases your product, you can have it set up so that a tag is placed on them saying this person purchased something. Or if someone pressed on a trigger link, then you can have a tag set that they left a Google review, for instance. It's just for tracking purposes, and it makes it easy to look at all of your contacts and sort them by tag. So that's all it does really. When it comes to these buttons up here, this is just like a dialer for making phone calls and transferring calls and voicemail and all that good stuff. This is a change log. So you can see that every new thing that GoHighLevel is building and working on is on this page right here. So for a quick glance, it's right there in front of you on your HighLevel dashboard. And by the way, they add updates all the time. Like this is March 12th and then 13th, 13, 14, like every 24 hours, they have at least one update as far as I've been able to see. So they're always constantly putting in work into the software and making it better. Like if you close your eyes and open them back up, there's a new button or a new feature that's gonna definitely help you out. The support button gives you a few options to get support, and usually it's within like 5 or 10 minutes, you're in a live call with somebody that works at GoHighLevel that can probably help you out. So a Zoom call is great for that option. You're in like a waiting room and then they assign you to a user and you start to get help from someone that works at GoHighLevel. Sometimes they don't know the answer to a lot of questions, especially if you're doing something more complex. So they'll actually just make a ticket for you and they'll solve it over email, or you can start a chat, or this is actually brand new, an AI support assistant. This was not here last week. So like they're always adding new stuff to the software nonstop. For the first like 3-4 months, I was in their Zoom calls almost every single day. I was just bothering them, honestly. Like I asked so many questions because I was trying to learn the software so deeply that I would just screen share with somebody. I would ask them, teach me everything about this, and they would just kind of run me through all of that stuff over and over again. So it's always good to have that level of support. Don't be ashamed to hop in this support call every day it's probably what you're gonna have to end up doing anyways. My next video will be a full deep dive on GoHighLevel workflow. So if you want to see that, please stick around, subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you can to support. And if you haven't already signed up for GoHighLevel, please check my description link down below to get signed up and get access to my very private Discord server where I am super active. I respond to basically all of your text messages and we have group calls where I'm teaching you how to use this software personally. If you already are signed up to GoHighLevel and you want to upgrade to any of the higher plans, there's also links down below for that, and you will also get access to my Discord server as well. So thank you for watching this video. I'm so freaking excited. You're gonna love GoHighLevel. Just take your time, be super patient, and be okay with the fact that this is a hard software to learn. It's not easy at all, but if you stick through it and actually learn it, you're gonna be the small amount of people that actually do, meaning that there's not a lot of competition in the area because of how hard it is to learn this software. So stick to it, stay patient, and stay dreaming, stay lucid. I'm out. Peace.